Morning, Reds, and welcome through the Stretford lens. As you can see by my face, I look horrific. I've just woke up to the news that Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. Now, grab a coffee and we'll have a little talk about this because, as much as I was expecting it, it still shocked me. You know what I mean? And the club statement reads as this: Ruben Amorim has departed his role as the head coach of Manchester United. Which is quite funny because in the press conference, he literally said, I didn't come here to be a coach, like a head coach. I wanted to be the manager. And then he said he'll leave after the 2 years. And then since then, there's been reports of him being unhappy with the board's backing, I guess, with the lack of plans that we've got for the January window. So it's not a brave decision from Ineos and the board to sack him. It's actually quite cowardly to sack him just because of what he said. So rather than actually addressing the issue of like, maybe Ruben's right, maybe we're not fully backing him, or maybe even explaining to Amorim, look, we thought we would have this much money, but we haven't at the moment, but we'll keep you in charge. We believe in you, we believe in the project, but I think it's been a bit of a strange relationship for a little while now. And it's almost cowardly to only sack him just because he spoke badly about you guys, just to save face. But Man United fans are a lot more intelligent than you think. A lot of us will see the real truth behind this and see, hold on, as much as Amorim wasn't brilliant, it didn't make sense to sack him after a 1-1 draw versus Leeds, after being in 6th. You know, like, if you were going to sack him this season at all, it would have been after the Grimsby game or after the Everton game, like an actual game, or after the Derby where we got beat 3-0, like any games like that, yeah. If you sacked him after that, I think some people would complain. Some people would also be like, okay, makes sense. He's not doing great. The plan's not really like there. But you only sacked him because he spoke badly about you guys just to save face, which says a lot about the board, Omar Barada, like, come on, man, Jason Wilcox, like, what? You guys are supposed to be the new Manchester United. This is exactly what the old Manchester United would do. This screams of Ed Woodward and the old board. It screams of it. I didn't like Amorim as a coach, but I didn't say that we should sack him, just instantly sack him. And it doesn't even seem like there's a plan behind it. I've heard reports that we're not going to get an actual manager until the summer transfer window, which is ridiculous. So you're having Darren Fletcher in charge for the whole rest of the season. That is so risky. And if they're hoping that Darren Fletcher does amazing and we get another Ollie, that is not going to happen. We do not want Darren Fletcher as a manager, no matter how good he does in that first season, because we've seen it. We've made that mistake before. We don't want that again. We need a permanent manager. Now, I thought we would go straight after Maresca after this, or maybe we'll go after Xavi. But who do we go for here? Who do we go for? Because Chelsea just sacked Maresca. It was a brave decision, and there was, again, it wasn't even for his performances as much. It was because him and the board didn't get along. It's very, 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 very similar to Amorim and Man United. It is so similar. Chelsea are bringing in Liam Rosenior, or whatever his name is, from Strasbourg, I think, which is like Amorim coming in from Sporting. They have seen that it's the right thing to do to bring up a manager, a young manager, and almost train him up, and he'll learn on the job. And to fit the young style and the young players of Chelsea right now, you bring in a young manager. We did that with Amorim. You know what you're buying into with Amorim. You knew what formation he was going to play when you brought him in. If the board is unhappy with that formation, that's a joke. Because that is his formation. And he adapted it. And I got annoyed that he adapted it and it worked when he moved to a back four, or he changed this and changed that. When he slightly changed it, it looked better. But then he went back to what he knew. He wanted to... You live by the sword, you die by the sword, almost. He went back to his principles. It's like almost a kamikaze mission. He sort of just chucked the grenade in there on his last interview, which is brave, and I admire it like a decent amount. But I think that a lot of United fans are going to realise what's actually happening here. Ruben Amorim was not brilliant. He had a 33% win rating, I think. Something stupid like that. That is not good enough for a Manchester United manager. But wow. And I was reading that there was a bit of tension between the board and Ruben Amorim last night, and I was like, okay, if he gets sacked, he gets sacked. I'm not going to complain too much about it. But when it actually came up this morning, my true feelings about it came through. I was shocked, first of all, which is why I've done this video, just to explain my feelings on it, because the stuff that I do, my lineup predictions and my match previews and all that stuff, is nothing. That's water under the bridge compared to fucking Amorim getting the sack. This is huge breaking news. A lot of Reds will be like, wow. They'll be shocked like me, which is why I decided to make this video as well, even if I look like death. Anyways, let's get back to the club statement. Ruben was appointed in November 2024 and led the team to Europa League final in Bilbao in May. Now, I do also think if we won that final, things will be different. I think the summer window would have been different. Massively. With Manchester United sitting 6th in the Premier League, the club's leadership has reluctantly made the decision that it is the right time to make a change. We've been sat there for the whole fucking season. Don't try and act like it's a performance thing. It's because it's not. We've been sat in 6th or lower this season for most of it. Come on, man. That's not what it's about. We all know that. We're not stupid. This will give the team the best opportunity of the highest possible Premier League finish. Will it balls? If we finish above where Amorim would have finished this season with Darren Fletcher, I'll be very, 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 very shocked. And I won't care, ultimately. I'll watch the team because I love it, no matter who the manager is, no matter what happens to it. But that is not the right decision. You cannot keep Darren Fletcher in charge until the summer. What is your plan in the summer? Please tell us the plan. What is it? Because so far, the big decisions that Ineos has made is keeping with Ten Hag, then sacking him in October or whatever it was, or November or something, then bringing in Amorim, who they didn't like in the first place, promising a new stadium when we can't even afford it currently, and we're not going to be able to afford it for years to come. Ineos, wake up. Seriously. Anyways, and then it said, the club would like to thank Ruben for his contribution to the club and wishes him well for the future. Darren Fletcher will take charge of the team against Burnley on Wednesday. Now, I don't know a lot about how Darren Fletcher sets up as a manager. What's his style? What is it? Because if it's anything like, if he just starts his sons in midfield, that'll be fucking hilarious. Just Jack and Tyler in the midfield, just passing it back to each other. That'll be hilarious. I don't think he's going to do that, because if he keeps doing that, then fucking hell, he won't even make it to the summer. I just felt I needed to come on here, and it is a bit of a rant, I guess, because I'm so shocked. I think a lot of other United fans are just as shocked as me, if not more. Some fans, I don't disagree with the idea of sacking Amorim. I've said we should sack Amorim for a while, I'm not going to lie, because I wanted to see some adaptation, and I was getting sick to the back teeth of his fucking centre-back subs and his in-game management. We would start the game as best as we could, which would be maybe hitting the post in the first 15, 20 minutes, and then that was it. Our subs made us worse and worse, and we sit back after fucking the 60th minute every single fucking game, no matter what the score is, no matter who we're against, we would sit back. It was shocking to watch. So there's a part of me that's almost glad that it's over, but the way that it's been handled fills me with dread for the future, because this is not what we wanted to see. This is the type of stuff that Forest did with Nuno. This is the type of stuff that Chelsea did. Manchester United do not do this. They do not sack a manager just for speaking out. Ralph Rangnick did this, and every single Man United fan appreciates Ralph Rangnick for what he said. His performances with the team, yeah, whatever. It wasn't good, all right? It wasn't great. By the way, still the same level as fucking Amorim has been for his whole time that he's been at Manchester United. But we appreciated him for calling out Manchester United for what it was. The club, the state of the club, it needed open heart surgery. With Ineos, we thought we booked that surgery. And then since then, it's just been like a car crash of just this happens and this happens. And a member of the board was... Who was it that left? We paid like 10 million for him from Newcastle, I think. What was his name? Also, if I hear any murmurings of Gareth Southgate becoming the manager, I will walk into Ineos' office and find a shotgun and shoot them myself. If we dare even talk to Gareth Southgate, I swear to fucking God, just because you know him and you're good mates, no, times fucking no. Never, ever do I ever want to see Gareth Southgate ball ever again. It is so defensive. He's going to play with two DMs. He's going to play with fucking Miro and... He won't put Bruno in midfield. It'll be Miro and Ugarte as the two midfielders. It's going to be a fucking shit tip. Do not bring in Southgate. Who else is being linked with us? Let's have a look. Oliver Glasner. What is the point in bringing in Glasner when he plays the same formation most of the time? Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's not his favourite formation. Maybe that's the formation that he thought was to get the best out of Palace, which proved correct. So, do you know what? The Glasner one, I don't hate. Unai Emery being the other name. No. He tried at Arsenal. Didn't work. Unai Emery's going to fucking bring Victor Lindelof back to the club as some stupid shit. I don't think Villa would let Unai Emery go, not with how well they're doing. And I would prefer... I don't know who I would prefer, really. Leave your manager suggestions in the comments, guys. And, well, my brew's gone cold because I've been talking. And I feel like that is what almost represents Man United at the moment. It's all gone cold. This is not a positive decision to make. Not in the way that it's been handled and the reason for it. You can say it's for results. Is it balls for results? It is not. We all know the truth. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments on Ruben Amorim's departure, who we should bring in, your thoughts on the club overall. Yeah, leave your thoughts on this in the comments. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time through the Stretford lens, hopefully with better news. Take care, guys.
I step off the train, I'm walking